Alright, welcome on in everybody to part 29 of the Let's Play on NieR Replicant. I already did a little bit of the traveling to get to the Forest of Myth. We're still waiting on Gideon to upgrade said weapon for us. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and see what is at the Forest of Myth for us. I did do quite a bit of stuff off episode. I did go through, wrap up as many side quests as I could, and I was able to. Let me see where these side quests are, just to kind of give you guys a heads up. This one, well, there's two side quests that you needed to do in order to get all of the weapons. So one of them is the Bridge in Peril, and then the other is the Damaged Map. So those two give you weapons. In order to get all the endings, you need to have all the weapons. So one of them gave you the Labyrinth's Whisper, and then the other gave you another Labyrinth weapon. Where is it? Labyrinth's Shout. So just kind of show you what those look like here. Labyrinth's Whisper.
Yeah.
Truly a nightmare.
Not really my taste.
To experience.
And then Labyrinth's Shout. Labyrinth's Shout looks a lot cooler.
I hear you.
But oh no, I've also went through and upgraded quite a few weapons. Like I upgraded the starting Great Sword in Act 2. I upgraded that to level 4. On basically a lot of upgrading. But finally, I was like, oh well, I have all this money. What am I supposed to do with it? Well, I started upgrading. Let's see what this guy has to say.
Oh, hello. How are things? You want to know if anything unusual is happening? Well, I have been feeling a rather strange presence whenever I visit the Divine Tree.
The Divine Tree?
It's a legendary tree that exists in the heart of our village.
Did you investigate the cause of this presence?
Not really, no.
And why not?
Well, we're not really supposed to go near the tree, except for prayer.
And why is that?
I don't know. It's just how things have always been.
Weird.
Okay, well, let's go towards the Great Deku Tree. Has got any goodies in here?
Everything seems normal here.
We appear to have hit a dead end. Say, what is that on the ground?
Just some funny-looking berries.
Ah, poisonous ones, I'd wager.
Well, I'm sure not gonna eat them and find out.
Why do we seem to encounter nothing but odd people lately?
You should talk, Weiss.
Ha! As if Grimoire Weiss is capable of spouting such nonsense.
Hang on. I don't think it's done.
Is the density of Earth
Does that mean it'll tell us what we want to know? That'd be nice.
Black, pure darkness, painted over everything. Words scattered here and there across the blackness. Kind words, difficult words, Morse words, all sparkling in the dark like jewels. The words were few now, but time was shorter. Grabbing the words in description, the tree turned to the sky. "This is wrong," whispered the tree in the voice of wind through the leaves. "This is not how it was supposed to be. The plan has failed." Once, long ago, the tree had remembered everything about the world. This was its task, its function, its purpose. Basically, Great Deku Tree. It shivered with something approaching joy as it collected the memories of mankind. No accident, emotions were as much a part of the tree as root and bark. Memories collected like dew on the thick green leaves of the tree. Once they have formed a web that spanned the entire world. Words collapsed into sunlight before passing through the leaves and into the pool of memory. From the pool, the words joined together to form colonies. The colonies united into whirlpools of light, and the light coalesced into stars. Each star was like a child of the tree, and it loved them all. Look at my memory. A child is here, brought low by disease. He is far too young to have suffered so. Thin beyond words, the boy's skin is a shade paler than the bleached sheets upon which he lies. His parents no longer visit him, for they cannot bear to watch him suffer. The doctors have long since surrendered his fate to the gods. The boy, too, has abandoned hope. Strange emotions, weariness, hatred swell within the dark recesses of his young heart. He tries to reject the black terror that germinates in his body, but no amount of effort or tears can drive the invader away. He has long ceased to resent his parents and doctors. Once he did, but now his pain is so great that there is little room in his heart to think of others. Only one person brings the boy comfort, a healthy young girl with tan skin and deep green eyes. She is a beacon of brightness and light in the boy's world. Her very presence is a comfort to him, but he is unable to look upon her face. Whenever they meet, the boy is filled with loathing for his own state. Soon this loathing eats away at what joy he receives from the girl's visits. The girl will stop coming, he knows this. His every waking moment is spent in fear of this day. He thinks that if he could talk to her, if he could tell her of his feelings, this might not be so, but this conversation never happens. The girl disappears. The boy dies alone. The tree scoops up this memory and carefully stores it within itself. Etched upon it is a single word: envy. Look at my memory. There is a female warrior. Her greatest enemy is a beast with red eyes that she cannot fully comprehend. When she strikes it with her sword, it turns into a pillar of salt and dies. But when the white smoke clears, a new enemy rises, and another, and another. The warrior knows that her struggle is folly, but fighting the unending stream of enemies fills her with a sense of joy and purpose. Somewhere deep in the warrior's drug-addled mind lies a vague memory of a daughter. Perhaps the child only exists in her head, the dying remnants of a powerful dream she does not know. Her friends and fellow warriors come and go. Some flee in terror, some are eaten. She began the fight with 23 companions, but most are gone now. The warrior's body shudders. She does not understand why at first, but at the time she hears the fierce, low sound, the arena is already enclosed in darkness. Looking up, the warrior sees a beast so large that it blots out the sky. She is laughing. She has been doing so for as long as she can remember. Covered in blood and dirt, the warrior laughs. She laughs and laughs until the town that contains her daughter collapses into a pile of dust. This memory has been stored for a long time. It is etched with a single word: loss. Look at my memory. A red dragon falls from the heavens. Ah, that memory has been lost. A shame, it was a favorite of mine. After many centuries of existence, the tree saw that its carefully labeled memories were beginning to dwindle. Once seemingly infinite, the memories now seemed ready to disappear forever. The tree did not feel sadness at this. Grief was an emotion beyond its comprehension. It did, however, have the distinct feeling that something was missing. The mountain of memories it had so carefully assembled had disappeared. The tree stretched its branches as far as it could, but new memories refused to flow. The pool of memories was a black, empty pit, a hollow place where life had once flourished. The tree has lost its purpose. There was nothing to be done but sift through the few remaining memories littering the ground under its branches. This is why the tree was pleased when the young man and his companion entered the room. Well, this place is gloomy as hell. The room Cloud had entered was almost completely empty. All he could see were a few crystals scattered haphazardly on the ground. Picking up one of the crystals and peering into it, Cloud suddenly saw a familiar sight. It was the Forest of Myth, its villagers prisoners of their own dreams. I apologize, the tree thought. That is all that remains. As Cloud stared at the jewel, bewildered, a voice suddenly called out from the depths of his mind. The voice implored them to listen. It was an order. Following it was mandatory. Abruptly, the pair realized that they must listen. They must listen. Weiss, look here. A small, shadowy presence appeared from beneath the floor. It appeared to be a shade. The shade grasped several jewels in its hand. More jewels tumbled out of its mouth like shards of broken teeth. Sights and sounds tinkling from each one before vanishing forever. The creature was abusing the memories, treating the precious objects like a collection of cheap playroom toys. This shade appears to be consuming the memories, says Weiss. These things eat memories? The tree extended a branch towards Cloud. Without a second thought, Cloud brought his blade down on the shade, tearing its stomach wide. Jewels burst from the shade and poured across the chamber floor. Look, thought the tree. There is the conviction memory I had lost, and satisfaction, and many others as well. Yes, this is good. The tree opened its mouth and attempted to speak, but no sound emerged. A millennium of silence and solitude had caused the tree to forget certain things, but rather than be upset, it greeted the development with good cheer. Focusing all its power on the riddle of the speech, the tree formed a kind of makeshift vocal cord and tried again. Ahem, I implore. Heck. It spread out a glimmering green jewel. One more time. I implore you. There we are. What was the color of the lost envy? So, of the lost envy, guessing it's going off of the girl's eyes from the first memory, but I could be wrong. It spoke. This shade has intelligence and emotion. Cloud, who cares? That sounds like me. Cloud brushed Weiss's comment aside as his sword sliced through the shade's right arm. The shade extended its remaining arm to Cloud. I must touch him. I must make contact. The moment its fingers brushed against Cloud, the tree felt a warm sensation begin to burn. Something hot coursed through its fingers, up its arm, and out to its entire body. It was emotion, more than the entity had felt in centuries. The tree cried out in surprise and joy. 1,000 years alone, 1,000 years in quiet contemplation, the tree felt like it was going to break apart. For long centuries, the tree had been alone, its heart sealed with heavy chains, but no more. New powerful emotions began to take hold, causing its heart to lighten. This was more than the simple emotions it had been designed to feel. It was the beginning of a soul, and the young man was the key. This was the promise made long ago. This was how it would be released. The tree's stomach began to throb in pain, a new and unpleasant sensation, but the time was not yet right. I implore you, how many were lost by the warrior who fought the red-eyed beast? to say it was 33.
You let it slip?
Come on, we have to go back to the...
Oh, it was 23. Damn it. Okay. My bad. We're gonna skip through this. I thought it was... I thought she said 32, but it is what it is. Right here. Her daughter. Yep. She began the fight with 33 companions, but most are gone now. So, how was I wrong? Oh, it must change, I bet.
You let...
Come on,
It,
we have...
yep, it does change. And, okay. Okay, so brown. And 33. And brown and 33. I already read all this. implore you, how many were lost by the warrior who fought the red-eyed beast? Your daughter in 33. Okay, riddle time is over. I'm gonna kill this stupid shade once and for all. Something round and shiny fell from the open stomach and clattered to the floor. The key, cried the book. Secure the key. The man's sword slowed. Time began to dilate around them. Stretching and slowing. Time is essential. The next word must be heard. The words exploded. It became difficult to discern their meaning. That's messing me up. The pool of memories began to crack as infinite blackness burrowed its way into the wall. This world is falling apart, said Weiss. How can a world of letters explore most important thing world? Yonah. The light was complete. The memories disappeared. The tree's identity began to dissolve. As the letters slowly faded, Cloud was dropped back to the real world, and the tree was satisfied.
What in the... I never realized shades were capable of rational thought.
I don't care if they can tap dance and play the fiddle.
I don't care if they can tap dance and play the fiddle. My dude.
I just want to kill him without all that hassle.
With the tree defeated, we no longer have to worry about being buried in its world of letters. Unless, of course, time itself begins to rewind.
With that, we got the memory fragment. Retrieve fragment. Okay. So, with that being said, in that little adventure, word adventure, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up, and we will continue the next episode with the next fragment. Alright, peace out, guys.